attempt to cover it all. That said, last night and again this morning, I was brainstorming about ways to reach out to the general public and to try to break them out of their trance. And it really hit me that it's parables or basically simple stories historically that are able to get people to shift out of unconsciousness into at least a mode of being somewhat focused on the big picture.
You saw a clip of Alex Jones, one of my favorite personalities in YouTube. The one that actually gave me the red pill. Which, as a storyteller, now I'm telling the story to give the red pill to you. The person who's listening to the simple stories that can shift your understanding to this big picture of how the low energy people work, how the high energy people work, and how it all works within an example of love. And how simply just diving in and asking yourself a question, is it really like hunting? You have to understand the basics, and basics are not really that easy. They're not being taught anywhere. Because if you knew that you're not free to be whoever you want, that if you are the B type of person, that in a school you have to survive, somehow being amongst the A type of people, those who just slowly drift off, don't really like solving problems like I do, they really drain your energy basically in comparison. So that's why I wasn't able to develop a lot of other personality traits as well. I would blame it, most certainly, but it's not about that. The kids that are around the school, they just follow the rules of the system. You can't really blame them for doing the evil stuff. The reason why I was not able to develop myself is also blamable on my parents, on other environments that I had. It's a lot of stuff. But let's not dive into that. I have survived the school. I have eliminated this place. Now I have to step out and get a little bit higher frequency. Not a frequency, but higher vibration. The higher frequency is just basically more frequent. It's as good, it provides us more value, but I was always wondering what the higher frequency means, and it only means that you reach the higher points in your life, and of course lower ones. But that said, the basics aside, I will continue the story talking about my friend and his relationship, which is pretty interesting because it definitely involves yet another girl who used a different type of forest to confuse my friend. And he had tactics of his own. So let's see what kind of tactics that he had as a hunter. How did he start the whole deal? Yeah, I did not tell you how awkward it was for me to actually meet the girl. I told you maybe. There was a glimpse at school. I saw her amongst other people. And she was very different. She had these weird eyes. I don't know if they're big, but to me they were big. There was something attractive about her. And I soon find out that it's still loneliness. just being lonely and kind of inviting for a relationship, which is pretty attractive in and of itself, especially for me, who is just, a loner myself. So I was wondering, and I never thought I would have a chance to actually talk with her, but the chance actually came in a form of what I would call destiny. I would actually blame the same Cupid for doing the same bullshit that he does. And the thing that happened is that my friend actually got her contact. And get in contact with her as well. He wrote a few messages. It all evolved into, an invitation to his place, his room, the place he lives. And, the loner that she was, there were two guys. There was my friend and my other friend. I would call one the evil one and the good one, even though I said, I got the phone number and everything. I got the exchange. Wait, did I say that? No, I didn't. I'm mixed up between stories that I told. I'm sorry. There were 11 years relationship between us, with 1 year break in between, because he betrayed me once. So he already has this cheating kind of way of living. I always find him cheating in games, which kind of, for me, games define the way you play, the way you live in the real world, the way you play the real world. Because seriously, now I come into this workplace. I had to work today, and everything is new for me, but I know I'm doing a repetitive task over and over again. Let's say I have to take the A into this plate and put it here, and I have to repeat it countless of times. Now, it would be more interesting if I would have a timer, like you have to do this in 5 minutes, and constantly getting these challenges, rewards, and all the stuff that you get from games. But in workplace, you just don't get that stuff, so it becomes stale, and really it's just not interesting at all. It's just passing time. But if you would get all the stuff, all the reward stuff, maybe the work wouldn't be so bad. Like, labor would be something you want to do, and it would encourage people to finish off this bullshit. It would also encourage people to gamify everything and just fix stuff in general. Whatever you feel that is off just a little bit, would prefer people to change that thing. And that stupid loving is always constantly nagging me. It's everywhere. Of course, I chose to write 11 because I pretty much counted that much time that I spent with my friend. So, the weird thing, I would actually call this piece of shit a Cupid himself, because he spends a lot of time dealing with relationships around him, because, he had this habit of inviting friends to his place and everything. So he kind of like a good chef cooks a meal out of people. Just bam, puts people together, and something magical happens. So I don't blame him for being the evil type that he is, because there are circumstances. The way of cheating in life doesn't bring really much skill, so doesn't have anything. Also, he's like the sixth child kind of weird number to be at. So if DNA is what you get, you probably get a lot less while being the sixth child, or the attention. I don't know. It doesn't. There shouldn't be a difference, really, what you get from the parents, but the attention and the, I don't know. Your parents get old. Your sixth child is kind of fucked up. Some resources getting scarce. Your parents getting more experienced, but you know, they also get more exhausted. Just like to say this repetitive work. If you're not really rewarded, well, you're gonna fuck up the sixth child for sure. Anyways, the relationship I didn't like. I had given him a computer. It was, I mean, I'm generous and everything, but I always think about it like that's what I gave to him. And in return, I thought I didn't get too much, response. Like, we broke up after the very crazy shit went on with the three people, with his new girlfriend and me. When I got involved, of course, crazy shit happens because I'm the best hunter ever, right? Anyways, or at least want to be the best hunter. So, the things that I'm thankful, of course, this girl, I found her at school basically, and I just didn't know how to create this bond, how to start. I saw her, she was interesting, and I was curious, but I couldn't find her at Facebook. Only one photo I could find. Just one photo, just stacked behind a bunch of people, but she looked just gorgeous. And I was pretty happy to find the photo though. Pretty cool photo. It's like from the first freshman's year, that was the celebration, and got the photo, but I just still couldn't find the Facebook profile. Like, Facebook not found. Not found, you god damn it. Such a good researcher, or so I thought. But I still couldn't find it. But then the Cupid came, and it came twice. Before, at the time I was at the orphanage, and I need to close the fucking window because some people are talking bullshit, and my phone just fucking dropped. Okay, just one. Alright, I'm back. Didn't took too much time because I paused the video. This time I will do that when the boogeyman comes, and the boogeyman is basically anything disturbing from the real world. So just have this in mind. Alright, so we left off by saying how weird, like how Cupid he is. He also has this yellow, it's not blonde hair, yeah. Not yellow, but blonde hair. How Cupid does he look like? It's just weird. And he behaves as well like Cupid. He kinda cheats. I would actually think that the Cupid cheats. It's kinda weird. And now I think that he's evil. Why do I think he's evil? Maybe because I cannot have a relationship with the Cupid, obviously, so I don't know. Or maybe he wants to be too real in this world. I also don't know about that. Like, he's a real person. He's not invisible, but he wants to get an actual life, which he cannot get, so it's kind of weird. Maybe he's not destined to have a normal life. Maybe he was destined to be a Cupid for a while for me. until I become a hunter. It's kind of weird, right? To think about it. Maybe the Cupid disappears when you become the Cupid yourself. When you actually try. Or the Cupid is the initiator of the hunt that happens. That I don't know. That's why I'm telling you the story, to figure out. This is a fucking puzzle, man. Anyways, so he did great stuff, right? One day, I bought Minecraft. He was besides me, I was celebrating the buying of the best game ever, which inspired me a lot in programming. And also, I got her Facebook profile. It was crazy to think about it. I don't know. You do it like that, right? So, it was the best day ever for me, but not for him, because it turns out that he already had this relationship, He already told me a few stories of how he hang out with her, sort of. So, I kind of had an urge to say that, okay, I want to talk with her, so don't get into the play too much. But it didn't work out. He actually blocked my message, sort of, from her. She received the message 3 months later or so, and she had to hide it. The way I figured out, she probably didn't even told that she got the message. But I mean, he already knew because he blocked it. But the weird stuff that she told me, I hope I will make sense out of it. But it was weird. It was weird. So that was a great day of my life, and he was not happy with me. I had to say, please don't do this exact thing that you did, or he did. I don't know who's watching the video. It's a very low chance that he's watching, but in general, he may be watching, but it's a low chance that you are he. Anyways, so moving on. So it basically just faded away. I couldn't really talk with her. I was waiting this message to be delivered. Maybe I thought she was ignoring me. All these things, I just faded out of this bullshit. But then, turn of events have shifted me into sending another message. And these were the events. First, it was his birthday. The evil Cupid's birthday. Yeah, and I was kind of hungry. Yeah, I was out of the orphanage. I didn't have a job. I was kind of programming and just, I had a hobby which doesn't pay. So I was running out of cashews and options. I was eating a lot of crops. So instead, I thought, well, it's a good opportunity to get some meal, birthday meal, always the best one. So of course I went to my friend's birthday because, of course, not only this reason, and of course he was with a girl. Same one we talked about. I'll just draw her with huge eyes for how she impressed me with them. Anyways, yeah, like a fucking alien. Weird. Anyways, so we went on the birthday, and a few things I remember. I remember the robot, the gift that she gave him, and also I remember this this thing, weird interaction that they had. They were lying on the bed, and she had something done to her arm, and of course he was like confused. Why would you do that? Why would you do that to your arm? What the fuck is that? And basically how I treat this interaction is very interesting. I said that girls like the forest, right? They kind of want to control the forest. The hunter enters the forest, so might as well control the forest in a way that you choose the hunter, not the hunter chooses you. So it's kind of like two-way hunt that's going on. So the way that it happens, because she is a loner, she takes every hunter that enters and brings the forest with her. Now bear with me because it's a metaphor. This is what explains my forest, basically, metaphor. She is trying to confuse to get attention and try to control him. It's weird because it doesn't make sense for her to do anything to her arm that would bring attention for him especially, but that was exactly the moment that I felt like she was happy that he noticed it, and he was just confused trying to normalize it. For the A type of person he is, he wants to normalize things because, oh, things get weird, oh shit, we better get out of this problem field. The field of problems cause higher wavelength of emotions and all this stuff. We usually drink because of this. We usually use other substance to just reduce this bullshit that's going on, but we shouldn't do that. That's what I'm saying. By not doing that for never in my life. Of course, few occasions to test the theory, and it turns out that it's not what I want to do, ever. So, that's her tactic. I mean, she's a loner, she has to take anything that comes to her, basically. So, instead, she has to bring the forest with her because she has to test the person. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Because I wouldn't do that to a person. Or would I? That's the deal, you know. I would try to change the person as well as she tried to change him. Because because the weird part, right, that happens when the hunter gets what he came from, suddenly the whole hunt, the whole effort, the whole, this problem, the biggest problem of the man's life is finally over, and he can like relax. And this is not what she wants. So she wants to like create the forest again with her actions, try to confuse him, try to think that there is something else, there's more problems to deal with, to like create this bond. But he doesn't want that. Like, he just wants to enjoy the life now. Oh, I got the prey. I went shopping to the forest. I went back, and now I enjoy the prey, right? No, you got it too easy. Too easy, basically. The way that I, chatted with her, it turned out not to be as easy as for him, because the way he played out, he involved the real life, and real life is much harder. As I said, like if you involve real life, even the girls that didn't talk with you, like starting to like be more awkward for themselves to not talk with you. Like, it was more awkward to her not to talk with me than it was for me to just create this interaction. Okay, both ways it was awkward, but it worked. It worked. She couldn't reject me. So in real life, it's a lot harder to do these mind games. That's why, like, she didn't say anything about her hand and everything. She just created this mind game when she had spare time on her own. That's my analysis, but it all gets together once I tell you the full story. And for limited time that I have, yeah, what can I say? There was the second time when I texted her. I was getting even more desperate for food, basically, but also desperate for internet. I didn't have internet, so it for a programmer it's a fucking big deal. And I was pissed off at my friend because he had the internet. So why not share the internet? And we shared a couple of times. I came to him, and I mean I have my computer. I gave him my computer. Where's my internet? Give me my internet. So I just felt this way, that I have to have it. And the way it played out, one one time I would text him and just I wouldn't receive anything back, and I would become even more desperate. What the fuck is going on? So I would text her, and I would ask, what the hell is going on? Yeah, just like in Twilight, you would you would have this beginning sequence of Bella asking what the fuck is going on, and actually I am watching the fucking Twilight movie. Get a grip on. And I don't know if it's a bad love story. It's like the worst love story ever. Everything is better love story than Twilight, obviously. I don't think so. I think it really shows a lot of things, as well as the 50 Shades of Grey. Both of the movies probably show a lot of fucking crazy shit. So I will analyze them as well. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting of what these movies say about love. And I don't think it's A for B. I think it's B for C. Yeah. And C is basically imaginary, super duper energy, like super duper millionaires or vampires. Super strong, like unbreakable, kind of change the laws of vampires as well, and change the laws of billionaires too. To say the least, it's a super fiction, super love fiction. That's why it's not a good love story, because it's totally based on fake people, or just basically overpowered fantasies. So, what happened? She gave me an answer that struck me quite a bit. She told me that there is a problem why he doesn't answer. And then she told me that he checks every single message on her accounts, and he's like surveilling her. Oh, you're not gonna get out of the cage. I mean, I hunted you, It was all my effort. It's not just because you're a loner and you like gave it up on me, but yeah, I kinda hunted you down, right? I got these tactics. I got my room. I got my technologies and my activities. Kind of. I'm not creative. Sorry, I'm cheating. I'm cheating a lot, but yeah, you better not run away from me. That was his tactic. So yeah, he had a problem. She thought that, oh, I'm gonna change him. So she broke up like fucking 4, 5 times. I don't know. Just just creating this bullshit forest around him. I don't know if it was the first time she broke up, but they broke up basically after I resolved the story, which I will tell you in the next episode. You bastards. Yeah, keep on consuming that red pill. Gives me views, maybe gives me cash. Some cash, I don't know. I don't know what it gives me. Gives me a satisfaction that somebody views the video and actually gains some value, maybe. And I gain value. We all gain value. Yeah, it's just kids' drawings, but all this stuff has to be in your head, imagination. All I'm just doing is just like, this is a 2 plus 2, this is a formula, this is like what math looks like. It's like a blackboard. It's not a whiteboard, it's a blackboard. It's even better because it's everything. Everything is so visible. All the light is super visible. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next episode. I kinda am eager to just create it as soon as possible. Yeah, see ya.